Taking a chance to catch some action on the rails, only to see the tail end of a train to start things off. What is up, train lovers? After a crazy tornadic yesterday, things in the vicinity seems to be running, but not at the specs as to be expected. Some areas of Pelham are still without power, especially the neighboring town of Helena. Even a curfew has been put in effect between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in this area alone. On another note, I'm also making up for my train spotting from last week, since the footage from my last video didn't turn out as well. But here we are with this train, or the tail end of it, stretching over Highway 52 with red signals in both directions here at Lee. No action on the S&A, well, northbound at least, but that can always change. Speaking of change, the moment I look away from the Lee Street signal and back and look at this, advance approach, proceed, be prepared to stop at the second signal, that being pond. I wasn't sure what was going on or what's going on behind the scenes. That was until my scanner gave me the answers.
Very good, This is EC1 Authority 74010. That's 74010. All right, Barry, release my authority. 74010, all right, Barry, release for them all. Track SES Pond, NES Parkwood Junction, line will stop, release. 1622, 1622, DDM. 1622, DDM. Thank you, Mr. Barry. You have a blessed day.
A high railer between Parkwood Junction and Control Point Pond had EC1 protection. Now that's being lifted, and now back to that signal. We got it clear and all lined up for this northbound. Back here at the other end of the control point, I'm also staying clear of one of the South's biggest nuisances, the gnats. It's humid and they are out in full swing. Some coming right at my face. And also coming into my face, here comes local A712. For a local, A712 was massive. Seriously, he's trying to rival the local that runs on the SNA over there. And speaking of other locals, the end of that train is A453. Now, this is an ID I'm not used to hearing, but it's been given to this train because it is a recrew. Well, the wait was on. And I know there are two other trains in the picture, but with both sides of the signal showing red, I wasn't certain on how soon the action would pick up again. So in the meantime, I decided to go over and pay a visit to Bob and Judy at their place, Sugar's. Obviously, from looking there at the front, they're about to wrap things up, or so I thought. Okay, after a nice chat with them and a sweet gift from them, if you know what I mean, I'm back at the tracks and near the mast for southbound traffic, waiting on this northbound. The local is still sitting there blocking Highway 52. Luckily, the Lee Street side is still open for traffic. Considering there is a way to get around this, some drivers decide to stay right there until the train clears. I guess they have nothing but time on their hands. More power to them. An overcast starts to roll in, but I can still get a good shot here. And speaking of shot, this is Hotshot Intermodal Q026, sporting some Union Pacific power in the front. Now, what makes this train a hot shot is because of its ID. For CSX, any intermodal between the numbers of Q001 and Q099 are high priority intermodal trains. One of the common goods on this train, or on its consist, is look for any traffic on there that has FedEx or UPS. I'm sure you saw some in a few clips already. By the way, if you want to know more about the different train IDs of CSX, check out a video done by Danny Harmon, aka Distant Signal. Link is in the description below. Okay, one more train I will wait for. Just like this local, it was sitting at Parkwood Junction since I got here. From one train I rarely see to another I rarely see even more, this is Q125 coming from Memphis, bound for Savannah, Georgia.
Clear lead, Q6, Q125, 25 south.
As I said earlier, catching this train and the previous one in this area is rare. For me, that is. Usually trains like these run at night or overnight, and the only time I get to see either one of these is while on the Fitzgerald sub. Oh, speaking of the Fitzgerald sub, I will be catching trains there next weekend, mainly between the areas of Junction City and Cordele. Well, I'm going to use this window to skedaddle. Plus, it's dinner time, and I'm starving, so... what am I going to get for dinner tonight? Anyway, here in Pelham at milepost A&J 959.74 on the Lineville sub. Thanks for watching. Until the next milepost.